there's a unique satisfaction in watching the world slow down. Today, we're diving into 10 moments where slow motion transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary, offering a new perspective on physics, beauty, and pure, unadulterated awe. Number 1. Water droplet splash. The seemingly simple splash of a water droplet is a masterclass in fluid dynamics, and watching it in slow motion reveals an intricate ballet of surface tension, crown formation, and secondary ripples. Most people skip appreciating this because, frankly, it happens too fast to notice. You see a splash, and that's it. You're missing the delicate interplay of forces the ephemeral sculptures water can create. Think about that moment a raindrop hits a still pond. Instead of just seeing the disturbance, imagine observing the tiny dome that forms before it collapses, the delicate tendrils reaching outward, and the subsequent, smaller splashes. This week, the next time you see a significant splash, maybe washing dishes or a fountain, take 30 seconds to focus on the details. Observe the initial impact, the shape of the water as it recoils, and the patterns it creates on the surface. Try to notice something new each time. Number 2. Explosion impact. Explosions, in all their destructive glory, become mesmerizing ballets of energy transfer when viewed in slow motion. The expanding shockwave, the mushrooming debris cloud, the intricate dance of fire and smoke, it's a raw display of physics in action. Most people skip observing this closely because explosions are inherently chaotic and often associated with danger or destruction, making a calm, analytical observation difficult. It's easier to be overwhelmed by the event itself than to dissect its components. Imagine a controlled demolition or even just fireworks. In real time, it's a flash and a boom. In slow motion, you can see the precise moment the structure begins to yield, the way dust clouds billow outwards like sentient beings, and the individual sparks that make up the fire. This week, if you encounter any controlled pyrotechnics or even just a small burst of dust, pause. Focus on the initial shockwave and how the materials react and disintegrate. Look for the secondary effects that normally go unseen. Number 3. Bird takeoff. The powerful, yet graceful, act of a bird launching itself into flight is a marvel of biomechanics. Slow motion reveals the incredible force generated by its wings, the subtle adjustments for balance, and the sheer determination in leaving the ground. Most people skip this because a bird taking off is usually a fleeting glimpse, a sudden movement that signals its departure, and we rarely have the context or patience to track it. You see it go, and that's the end of the observation. It's the difference between seeing a car start and seeing the engine's intricate combustion process. Think of a pigeon startled from a ledge. In real time, it's a blur. In slow motion, you witness the precise coiling and uncoiling of muscles, the way the wings cup the air, and the powerful downward stroke that provides lift. This week, find a park or a place where birds congregate. When you see one take flight, commit to watching its entire takeoff sequence. Notice the wing beats, the body posture, and the initial ascent. Number 4. High-speed sports. The peak moments in sports, a perfectly timed jump shot, a powerful tennis serve, a diver hitting the water, are often too fast for the human eye to fully appreciate. Slow motion isolates these fractions of a second, revealing the skill, precision, and athletic prowess involved. People often skip the deep dive here because they're caught up in the outcome of the game or the immediate excitement. The focus is on whether it went in or not, rather than the mechanics behind it. Imagine watching a basketball player execute a slam dunk. In real time, it's a dynamic blur of athleticism. In slow motion, you can see the arc of the ball, the extension of the player's body, the way their muscles tense and release, and the exquisite control required to guide the ball into the hoop. This week, watch a recording of any sport you enjoy. Choose one specific action, like a serve, a shot, or a tackle, and rewatch it in slow motion multiple times. Focus on the physical effort and the technique. Number 5. Deformation under pressure. Materials bending, stretching, or breaking under immense force offer a fascinating look at their properties. Slow motion allows us to see the elastic limits, the yielding points, and the fracture mechanics in a way that's impossible at normal speed. Most people skip this because observing materials deform often requires specific setups or happens in contexts that are too destructive or rapid to analyze. Think of a car crash or an industrial process. It's not something you casually witness. Consider a simple metal coat hanger being bent. At speed, it just looks like it's getting bent. In slow motion, you'd observe the initial resistance, the subtle creasing as it approaches its elastic limit, and the distinct point where permanent deformation begins, followed by the eventual snap. This week, find a safe, common object you can gently bend or deform, like a piece of cardboard or a plastic ruler. Experiment with applying pressure and observe the material's response in extreme slow motion, noting where and how it changes shape. Number 6. Ferrofluid Art. Ferrofluids, liquids that become strongly magnetized in the presence of a magnetic field, create mesmerizing, alien-like shapes in slow motion. The way spikes form, retract, and dance is a visual spectacle. People often skip appreciating this because ferrofluid is a niche material, not readily available, and its dynamic behavior is best observed when intentionally manipulated, which requires specific equipment or demonstrations. You might see a picture, but not experience the fluid motion. Imagine a small amount of ferrofluid near a magnet. At normal speed, it's a quick, almost sudden transformation. In slow motion, you see the fluid's tendons extending towards the magnet, the spikes rising and falling with an otherworldly fluidity, and the way the surface tension battles the magnetic pull. This week, search for Ferrofluid Art or Ferrofluid experiments on video platforms. Watch a few clips specifically looking for the detailed interaction between the fluid and the magnetic field, noticing the subtle movements. Number 7. Sand pouring. The gentle cascade of sand, especially fine-grained sand, transforms into a flowing, almost liquid-like phenomenon in slow motion. The way individual grains separate, tumble, and create temporary avalanches is surprisingly captivating. Most people skip this because pouring sand is often a mundane action, associated with construction or a playground, and the sheer volume of individual grain movements is lost in the speed. It's the aggregate motion that's perceived, not the granular dance. Think about sand falling from a sieve. In real time, it's just a stream. In slow motion, you can see each grain taking its own path, the tiny pockets of air escaping, the way clusters form and break apart, and the subtle vibration as the grains settle. This week, if you have access to sand or even just fine salt or sugar, try pouring it slowly. Observe the stream from the side and notice the individual particles' journeys. Number 8. Kite surfing maneuvers. The dynamic and powerful movements of kite surfers, jumps, grabs, and board rotations, are breathtaking displays of skill and the forces of wind and water. Slow motion breaks down these complex aerial feats into their constituent parts, highlighting the rider's control and the kite's interaction with the wind. People often skip a detailed appreciation because kite surfing is visually dynamic but often happens at a distance, and the split-second execution of tricks makes them hard to analyze live. It's about the spectacle, not the sequence. Imagine a kite surfer launching off a wave. In real time, it's a spectacular leap. In slow motion, you can see the rider initiating the jump, the kite pulling them upwards, the board spinning beneath their feet, and the precise moment of landing and regaining control. This week, find videos of professional kite surfers. Focus on one specific jump or trick and watch it repeatedly in slow motion, paying attention to the rider's body position and the kite's angle. Number 9. Soap bubble burst. The iridescent shimmer of a soap bubble and its delicate burst offer a fleeting moment of visual poetry. Slow motion captures the intricate patterns of light refraction across its thin film just before it collapses, revealing unexpected beauty. Most people skip this because a soap bubble's existence is brief, and its bursting is instantaneous, a tiny pop that's over before you can truly process it. The beauty is missed in the ephemeral nature. Think of a child blowing soap bubbles. In real time, they float and then vanish. In slow motion, you witness the bubble's surface tension holding it together, the rainbow colors shifting and swirling as light plays across the film, and the unique, almost flower-like way it disintegrates. This week, try blowing some soap bubbles. When one is about to pop, focus your attention on its surface and the colors. If possible, record it on your phone's slow-motion setting to see the burst in detail. Number 10. Animal pouncing. The coiled tension, the explosive leap, and the controlled landing of an animal preparing to pounce or catch prey is a primal display of predatory grace. Slow motion reveals the incredible muscle engagement, the precise trajectory, and the focus in the animal's eyes. People often skip this because we typically see predator-prey interactions from a distance or in quick, instinctual bursts, often from nature documentaries where the sheer speed of the event is part of the drama. It's easy to miss the preparatory and execution phases. Consider a cat stalking a toy mouse. In real time, it's a sudden pounce. In slow motion, you observe the subtle shift of weight, the way the hind legs gather power, the controlled extension of the body through the air, and the soft, silent landing. This week, observe any pets you have playing. Focus on their movements when they're about to pounce on a toy or even your feet. Try to notice the buildup of energy and the controlled execution. Number undefined. Animal pouncing. The coiled tension, the explosive leap, and the controlled landing of an animal preparing to pounce or catch prey is a primal display of predatory grace. Slow motion reveals the incredible muscle engagement, the precise trajectory, and the focus in the animal's eyes. People often skip this because we typically see predator-prey interactions from a distance or in quick, instinctual bursts, often from nature documentaries where the sheer speed of the event is part of the drama. It's easy to miss the preparatory and execution phases. Consider a cat stalking a toy mouse. In real time, it's a sudden pounce. In slow motion, you observe the subtle shift of weight, the way the hind legs gather power, the controlled extension of the body through the air, and the soft, silent landing. This week, observe any pets you have playing. Focus on their movements when they're about to pounce on a toy or even your feet. Try to notice the buildup of energy and the controlled execution. The power of slow motion lies in its ability to reveal the hidden mechanics and beauty in everyday phenomena. By consciously observing these moments, you train your eye for detail and appreciate the complex systems at play all around us. Subscribe for more insights into the world around you.